Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DreamHack Masters Oceanic close qualifier between Rooster and Vertex. This semi-final best of three has already begun here on Inferno. I'm being joined by you and me, and I'm Chris the Average. Lads, we're already into piss around, and Medic has already got the opening kill.
Addy has. I didn't see quite where that was.
That was 0 towards none, I'm afraid.
Yes, it was. But they're not really doing it
fast
though.
opening kill.
Yeah, not gonna even take the corner yet. Playing it really slow. Going for the little boost over the wall flash play. No one's dying despite all those shots we fired. So it's aim better, lads.
Yeah, it's just a fair bit of damage as ADK though. He will get the kill into Ruffle Cuz, so Rooster looking in a pretty good position. You would have to say Rooster probably the dead set favourites here as Chelios. Oh, he can't get the headshot there. Brace is going to try to push out along with Addict. A fair bit of damage being traded out here. Not too many frags though until ASAP finally gets on the board. He gets himself 1-2. A third as well, maybe? No. XCP will run out of time, but he'll find a loving arms of ADK. Eventually will get the spam kill until ASAP though eventually gets a frag. A bit of a chaotic one, but round one to Rooster.
Nice for ASAP. He got boosted late over the smoke there to get all those kills, and just no one turned.
That was a good flash out. Nobody able to capitalize off it. Everyone trying to jump up over the wall. Everyone running out. Everyone, it looks a little bit all over the place from both teams at the moment. But as you mentioned, Rooster is clear favourites for most people. As the last time these two teams did match up, Rooster took it 16-5. So
Chalice is straight down mid.
Yeah, he's gone for the NIP rush here. He gets one, but he can't find too much else with it. But yeah, this is, Vertex are a pretty decent squad. When I was writing my LPL preview a few weeks back for Snowball Esports, I did say to the team on the up and up, they can improve. There's a lot of room for improvement for them. But yeah, against Rooster, against a team that is solidly in the top of tier 2, it's going to be a bit of a struggle for him here as ASAP. We'll find another kill eventually. We'll get a 50 dinks though to trade out with Brace. He's not long for this world, and you would think the second round's already in the bag.
Yeah, I think
you still have the Glock.
You have a Glock now.
You have one Glock. They can do work, but nobody wants to hit some heads today except for Danny. Danny's ripping off heads. That MP9 making a little bit of bang for themselves, and Vertex, they're going to have the AKs. Do you feel like Rooster should be forcing up, or if they're going to be able to just wipe them out here with the MP9s playing the close range?
God, if they do that.
It's going to be tricky. It's going to be dangerous, especially with the AKs. And the AKs can play a little bit of range, but Inferno's a very good map for these MP9s to capitalize.
Yeah, all the little corners can really play into your favor, but also if they lose this round, their economy's actually not that good though, but Medical set it up really well, and ASAP just absolutely shut them down.
Those flanks so crucial to just get the round in the bag already. A minute 30, Vertex crowd pretty much into their base. They can't really escape through any of the mids. Brace will be able to find ADK, so there'll be a few weapons lost here. Tensai as well, the former Surge player from a few years back. He's able to do a bit of damage as well, as Chelios barely gets out with his MP4. No one though really in range to trade out here. Brace also low, so one bullet will see either player die. Chalice is not around. Tensai able to lock onto Nedic, and just like that, looked so good for Rooster. And now Danny G with an MP9. Can he do it? No, he can't. Vertex on the board.
Just no respect here coming out from Rooster, I think.
I'm actually fairly surprised that Rooster lost that after being able to get the first 2 kills so quickly, and I could hear Roffelco talking a little bit in the chat. He was upset that they got 2 kills and were able to flank behind him so quickly, so we'll see how that goes. But for the moment, Vertex first round on the board, they do have one Galil, so a little bit lacking on utility and weaponry.
Yeah, but I mean...
There you go.
Yeah. We can say these Galils are obviously very, very effective in the current meta, you know?
Yeah, it's actually good. It's good to see the Galils and the Masters actually become somewhat relevant. I mean, they were made for such a long time, but they're finding that place now in the meta, which is always good to see. As Tensai will get damage up to quarter health here. It's going to be a slow mid play coming out as Medic just got a few bullets here. Has traded out some damage, but it's not a fair trade, I would have to say. Rufflecoat just going for the shoulder picks, trying to bait out ASAP, won't be able to. ASAP gets the kill through the wall and a headshot, just the boot as well, 80k. Thinking he's back to the start of the year here with the orb, just trying for that close range peek underneath the balcony. As Chelly also, the man so sharp, the orb, able to take down Attic. They're sort of corralled once again towards top mid here. They have the option to rotate back to B, but Chelios has made the call to rotate around as well. Might actually work out for Vertex here as they decide to go for the play towards top mid. 35 seconds remaining now. They're going to go for archers, as it looks like. So Netic has to do some sort of work. He gets one, he gets two. That should be the round in the bag for Rooster. Only one player left. XPZ, he can only, well, he has to try and get a 1v5, or at the very least try and take some weapons away. Will he be able to do it? No, he can't. Clean round there for Rooster. They don't lose anyone to pick up their third.
I don't know what that mid take was. It's just that they got so stuck and slow, and then just like they didn't even flash around the corner into the op. Like, it's just so sloppy from Vertex.
Yeah, I mentioned that already. Both teams looking a little bit shaky, looking a bit sloppy. Roosters tightened up just a little bit, so hopefully they can keep it going that way, and hopefully Vertex can tighten up just a little bit to make this closer.
Yeah, we all hope for that here, as they will be on an eco though, so it should be a pretty quiet round, you would think. Just the 5 kills, maybe 1 for Vertex. And that should be it here. But yeah, as we all know, especially from 2 rounds ago, Rooster, they are liable to a bit of a throw, just not paying attention and giving their opponents opportunity. 2-4-1 there with that play, but, well, Tensai just runs in hoping for the best, but gets the worst, safe to say. XPZ just trying to find something with the P250, but they are deciding to withdraw from the A site. There is one player waiting though, being Chillers with the AWP. Might get spooked if Ruffleco is able to come in quickly via sewers, or Mexico, but won't really decide to do it there. So he's just going to take slow rotation around. XPZ waiting towards the back end of VAPS, hoping for a bit of a jump on someone, but everyone's pretty much avoiding those angles here. So time slowly ticking away here. Rooster not really in a good spot to take the win out here. Ruffleco though might be able to spot out his opponent. Yes, he will picks up an AWP for his troubles. Rotation starting to come through here for Vertex as XYZ tries to bait out here, but ASAP staying very, very wise to the play. Stays on the A site. That should be the round in the bag. Eventually, XYZ has picked up the AUG, so every chance tries to swing on, can't lock on, and Rooster picks the 4th.
Yeah, got a little out of hand there towards the end, but they reeled it back in. Fortunate not to let Ruffco go off at all on the B side. Fast rotation from Netic shut that down.
Yeah, lucky for them. Unluckily for the spread with that running org. And as you mentioned, the Galil's coming out, they're finding their place in the meta. I'm actually really happy with the CS meta at the moment, where 90% of the guns I feel like are being used a lot more often than they used to be.
Definitely. I feel like especially the low recon guns, that's what we're going to see a quick trade coming out there. Race and Tensai, as well as Ruffco going down around the banana area.
He's having to do a lot of work though. He's able to find XPC for his spray. He was quite low, so one bullet would have confirmed it. Still, not a bad one nonetheless. Brace walking into certain death, and just like that, this Vertex player Nana has fallen completely down. Netic locks on to get the last. AKs are plenty now for Rooster. They all but have this T-buy at the moment here. Only 2 guns being from the CT side, or only Bible from the CT side. And I think our words are coming true already, lads, here. 5-1.
Yeah, definitely.
That's all you. That's all you.
It definitely is somewhat of a city-sided map, but like, I think to see this dominant of a half is never good. As we're going to see a classic little deco coming out.
5 deals across the board here. Only 2 bits of armor though, so it's going to be a pretty quiet one, you would think. Nade sign to fly up brace. Will get taken out there by the Kobe, and well, Rooster right now, they're just split up into 2 groups here. One towards Apps, although it looks like Ruffco has been abandoned to his own devices here. As Addict and XPZ Addict and Tensai, makes their way up towards top mid, tries for a diggity play, but Once again, Vertex just taking this very slowly towards top mid. They have progressed a bit further up than last time, though, as Tensai gets a crisp 1D straight onto Chelios there. Wasn't expecting such an aggressive positioning there. With 1 minute remaining on the clock. Equals it out nicely now for Vertex, as they actually just leave the bomb still around first mid. So, plenty of options for him here. But they're just going to take their time here, and while last time we saw this very slow play, it just didn't work out for him, and well, Rooster was able to quickly smite them down.
Double flashing out to retake control of top mid. They still only have the Deagles in hand, even after getting that first kill. Wasn't safe to pick up, but they are pushing in towards the B site now. All 4 players here, 2 players to defend. The Molotov goes down, distracts them. They all look in towards CT. First player gets taken down. Netix gets 2 of his own, and he gets the third. He will be able to take down the third. Raffleco, last player left alive. Can he hit some 1Ds? Does get dink onto Danny G, but he doesn't have much left in the tank, I don't think.
Has to reload.
Completely surrounded by the CT side.
Oh, they want to let him die after time. They won't, unfortunately. But
yeah, he's able to take up ASAP there as well. Still means Vertex be taken down, but they get 2 kills off Deco, so not a bad one, you would have to say. Buying up AKs once again. Addict really having a bit of a shocking time at the moment. 0-1-7, so he avoids the giant spawn, but at the moment, still not looking particularly good for him. XBZ on the Brazil as well, 1-7 for kills and deaths.
Ira, what do you feel like Vertex could be doing here to change it up? I mean, a lot of these rounds, they have felt extremely fast, except for the eco rounds, where they've slowed it down a bit. So, do you feel like they need to change up the pace?
what I feel like they've been doing is they'll sometimes start incredibly fast, but as soon as things start going vaguely wrong for them, they play incredibly scared, and it just results in them getting picked apart after that. And I feel like, you know, if they're going to step on the gas pedal, they should just full commit to it. Like, let's just get together, do a basic execute, hit a site, and just try to go off of DM. I think that could be potentially the change pace they need, but it doesn't look like the case this round, as we're just going for that top mid take again.
Yeah, they've been able to secure Banana and top mid multiple times, but they haven't really been able to use it to their advantage. They've just settled in, they've allowed Rooster to reposition, and haven't really been able to exploit any of their weaknesses, especially in rotation. So it hasn't looked particularly good for Vertex in that department. They're good getting the opening frags, but yeah, they just slow things down. They've done it again here. They've just slowed the play down. They've taken that top Nana control, which is always ideal, but they're taking the time once again here. They're about to throw out the execute, but you just have to wonder. They've slowed it down once again. The rotation already coming in from ASAP. He's going to try control from CT, although he's actually stopped the speedway, so this could work out well for Vertex if Danny G doesn't go ham. He spots out one, though. He actually gets Addict. He wasn't even aiming at him there. He's already forced off Coppins, however, and just like that, it's sort of all up to Netic, but they're doing the work here. They get another 2. They get another kill there as well. Brace will eventually be taken down. Only Chelios dies. Brazil's on the board in the score, and Rooster just absolutely dominating at the moment.
Oh, that was brutal to watch. But, I mean, one thing I noticed in the execute, they had no flashes left, so entering that site was always just going to be brutal.
There was still one smoke left in their hands that they could have used to block off the back of the site somewhere. I understand they wanted to save it for a little bit of later in the round, but when not walking in without the flashes, I feel like it would have been a better position just to drop that down to the back of the site, give yourself a bit more space to work with, and once again, Vertex going fast and slowing it up as soon as they get close to top Banana.
Yeah, Chalice has naded himself for 70 or for 30 damage there, but nothing coming of it. The Brace just gonna get a little keen.
He's just a little keen, not the worst though, as they still get the frag onto Brace. Netic, who popped off last round, able to pick up that frag here. It's actually odd to see Raffleco so pushed up here. He's obviously playing for information, but when his team's all the way over towards B, I mean, the rotation's starting to come through now, but he's falling out. But yeah, it was a very risky spot to put himself in. He's able to survive those, so no harm done. But yeah, once again, we see Vertex just slowing things down. They're taking proper mid control here. It's probably ideal with Chelios just waiting at Archers. Will be forced back to Library.
The flank, though.
Yeah, the flank, that's going to be a massive issue. Danny G already in top mid. He's going to get a lot of information right now. The push comes through. ASAP just gets a free farm there. Finds 1, 2. Can he get the third? He's being baited out a little bit. Will eventually get it. Rofko, last man left standing. Picks up 1 and an ore, but can't use it. Danny G comes around from downtown, and Rooster aren't too late. They've already secured the half.
Yeah, what can you say about that? I mean, it was a half buy round, so expected from Rooster to clean it up, but just absolutely nothing found, even with everyone just rushing at them.
This is the round that we want to see from Vertex. They have full everything. They haven't missed a beat. They've got all of their utility, all of their weapons. Everyone has a helmet, and now they need to just work as a team and make something happen.
No more excuses.
No more excuses, no more getting scared as soon as one bullet gets fired at them.
Well, they're not being scared at the moment here. They're taking their time from the outset here, so they're just slowing down the play from the start, which is probably not a bad idea, as we're also expecting that faster start once again. They're playing quite passively, no one towards top mid. The only aggressive play would have to be over towards Nara, and that's Churlos with the AWP will eventually be pushed out as well. So Vertex just being allowed to gain some control on the map. They can't get top 9 as of yet with those mollies, but they will be able to flush out Chelios once again shortly. He decides to just smoke himself off from sight, and he's just going to hold the angle, trying to abuse the smoke glitch, but I don't think he'll get the opportunity to do it. So 50 seconds left here. Vertex taking their time. They haven't shown their hand too much, just a few players over towards top 9 as ADK throws out the smoke.
They haven't shown their hand, but the stack is already here coming from Rooster.
Yeah, you say that, but Chelios is able to solo hold Banana with the op, so they know.
Yeah, exactly, and here comes the smoke. So going through archers here, Ned's doing a lot of damage. Can't get the frag, but still does work. ASAP though, just waiting for the play. There's only one player coming through Diggity. A lot of work now having to come out from XPZ as that Nade does a chunk of damage. Sensei taken out through the smoke. Grace able to get the trade. ADK trying his best, but Danny G, he's clutched tonight, gets the free fire, and Rooster go on to 9.
He actually got 4 there. Good work from Danny G and Vertex. I don't know whether they should have kept creeping into the site or whether they should have rushed like they did, and either way, it ended up upside down for them. That team damage is not going to help.
I mean, that's a little bit of team damage, man.
Yeah, might be a bit of encouragement, you know, just getting the teammates back in order, but at the very least, that nade sack actually is a lot of work. Grace down to a third of his health bar. And Vertex, they're playing it slow once again here, but they're going for an apps play, which is high risk.
Grace is so screwed.
Very high reward. Yeah, he's smoked in here.
Muffin, please,
anyone have a Molotov around there? No, they don't.
I just heard
Danny G is calling for the knife.
Oh god, they're gonna do it as well! He's been wiped! He can only do 1 bullet of damage, and oh boy, that is some flexing and a half from Rooster there. They're going for the spray. Danny G gets 10 side down as well. Bomb nearly out of their control, but Attic returns in time to pick it up from mid, and well, Rooster, they're just dominating at the moment here. They can barely do no wrong. Rufflecoat denied a play at our apps for the moment here. 45 seconds remain. They're corralled once again over towards top mid and archers. Nedic just waiting for a speedway play, but won't be able to get one as of yet. Attic Rufflecoat just taking their time here. We'll get smoked off by, I believe, ASAP. But yeah, this round, all but in the bag, you would have to say. Although the flank comes through from XPZ, he's able to take down Chelios, but his position's down compromised. ASAP, he just waits in the smoke, finds 1 and a second. Gets the third as well, giving up his teammates' life. Rooster on double, and is it safe to say this game's over?
They're taking the pause. We've got, Falcon, the T coach, maybe he's gonna say some words.
May I just point out that this is Vertex's map pick. They decided to choose Inferno, and the next map will be Nuke, which Rooster chose. And the last time they faced each other, it was 16-5 on Nuke, so...
Yeah, this ain't looking good, ladies and gentlemen. That's the only way we can put it.
I hope Vertex have done some research on Rooster from the last time that they lost to them on Nuke, and can bring out some counter-stratting. And I'm feeling like that could potentially be their only chance, unless they do something insane from here on out, or just have an insane CT side, as this map is slightly CT sided, just not 10-1 CT sided.
Yeah, your pass score is normally about 9 and 6 on an Inferno, so yeah, it's just not looking good right now for him. Medic unable to find the frag there. It does a bit of damage though, although he swings wide for brace. Can't take down 10 side, but he gets the kill anyways. I think Rooster are taking this a bit more like a pug right now. They're just going for the frags. Offka though gets a nice little 1-2 how do you do on towards ASAP, ADK. In position though to get the late trade. And will eventually get it. Yes, spots him out, takes him down through the wall. And just like that, Vertex, they have the opportunity to break out of Nana, but it looks like they're just going to go for it here. They're going to have to try and get through Netico, who has been very lethal over towards B site. They still have 1 minute and 5 seconds remaining though, so they're going to take the time here. Utility though, they have none of it. They only have 1 smoke to work with. That's on XCP. He has to be very careful where he wants to use it, although he's got it out. Netico unable to get killed just yet, although Danny G able to get 1 for 1. But there, here we go. Netico gets the free for full around. A player has disconnected for Rooster. That's being Danny G. He's not happy that he died there, and 11-1 now for Rooster. It's looking quite well good for him.
Netic is 22-2
off 13 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Danny G is actually up there in the 20s as well. So we ought to see that when he gets back. And Vertex, I'm actually fairly surprised that they didn't grab Mac 10s. They have won that round, but I'm surprised that they didn't grab a couple more and just rush Banana, because they know that Chelios pretty much sits there solo most of the rounds. That round there was 2 players there, but you get the Mac 10s, you hit it hard, you can very easily take Banana.
I would say I feel like these eco rounds from Vertex have been incredibly one-dimensional. Like every single round, it just feels like we have players towards Banana trying to take that, and then they just leave Raffleco and Apps to go and be a nuisance. And that's just played out. It feels like every single one of their eco rounds. Like they've got to be aware of it on Rooster at this point.
Even their weapon rounds, they're still doing a very similar thing, and I don't think very much has changed from round 1. And now as to what Vertex is actually doing with their strategy and where everyone's going to.
Yeah, they feel very, as you said, they feel one-dimensional. They also feel very scared as well. I mean, they get the opening frag, but then they just freeze. They don't really look for a push out. They don't really look to capitalize on it. They just take their time. They allow their opponents to come back in as Danny G rejoins. He's only on 13 kills, but still, he's going for a 1 a round, which is still pretty decent numbers. Chelios and ADK, they're only on 3 and 4 as well, so this is a very top-heavy performance from Rooster, but it doesn't really matter when they are just picking up the rounds left, right, and center, seeming like they can only do 1 wrong. And well, if this continues, all we can say is Vertex might have to prepare themselves for some domination on Nuke, as Tensai and Addict able to get the nade frags on towards Netic, so an opportunity arises here. But once again, Vertex just take the time, they play passive, they're even falling out of the top Nana here. They decide against the B play.
They literally were just playing dodgeball on Banana to get those kills, just chucking nades all back and forth. But yeah, as you said, I think Chelios is actually deciding not to push up to the corner there. I thought he was going to. But they actually do have full Banana control this time, so the A play could be an answer?
Possibly, but once again, Vertex, they've just decided against it. It's going to be a 2-man play here, but the question is, which side to go through? They're going to take their time going through Archers. ASAP has actually wrote the rotation now. And we do have Danny G in a good position to quickly rotate around through Speedway, but this could actually be a Raps play coming around here as Brace will make his way into Library. They haven't been hurt just yet. ASAP is in a dangerous spot. He is quickly taken down. It's all up to ADK here. They've gone for this change up. They've gone for the Rap play. It's paid off massive dividends for him here. They will be able to get the bomb down. I don't think Danny G and Chelios will be able to retake with an AK and an AWP. Roffelko's in the back line. He's getting the frags. Besides against trying to go against Chelios, but Vertex looks like they're going to pick up their second round here. They've changed it up, and it's worked out well for them.
I don't know if they have really changed it up, just worked this time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the first time they went for the Raps play, though.
That's true.
I'm I'm concerned. My computer turned off, and I'm back, and Vertex has a round. I missed everything.
You were just holding them back.
Exactly. That all makes sense, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the caster's cursed next generation, right? Just me being here has thrown them completely off. We'll see what happens from here, but Vertex, can they bring it back? Can they bring it to 11-4, and then do something on their CT side to stop Rooster?
Maybe. Who knows? But I mean, I think they're gonna really want this third round.
Yeah, they don't get this third round here. They are, if Rooster pick up pistol, they're all but screwed, really. So
Absolutely.
yeah, they need to try and pick up at least a third round here. They've got 2 chances to do it, but I feel like Rooster, they'll be looking for blood to get some sort of retribution here. ADK out spotted, out XPZ. Unable to get the kill, though. It does get some damage here, so he is now one headshot away from certain death. Vertex taking their time here. Archers, though, won't be an option for him this time around, so they're going to have to be forced into a bit more of a traditional play here. Bomb does eventually make its way into top mid. Chelios forced off the Archers player. Low Brace has to be very careful. We know how sharp this man can be. But Chelios able to take out XPZ here, so Orb taken down, although the trade comes through. They're going to go for a Diggity heal, though. They're now mollied off from sight, so they're going to take their time in. Chelios doesn't realise Brace is hovering around, though. Player advantage now for Vertex. ADK trying to stay alive. Won't be able to. Will be taken down. Vertex, they're finally able to crack the A-side code here. They've been able to pick off their opponents one by one, but now they need to try and hold out. Once again, 2 M4s here. Medic, he's just playing very passively here. It looks like he's just waiting for the post-bomb kills here, so this
Look at the
round
economy
could all
from
be in the
Rooster.
bag. Yeah, the economy's all but in the toilet here. I mean, Vertex haven't been able to get the kills, but yeah, Rooster haven't really been able to manage their economy as much as they want to here. Maybe they'll just a little bit lackadaisical on it.
Well, Vertex has been getting a lot of kills and a lot of damage in every single round.
True.
So, you know, if I bring up... I can't actually see who's died in what round, and how many players left. But, yeah, when you have that much damage being given out, I'm not surprised that Rooster's economy has really broken, and Chelios almost every other round having to get that AWP when he loses it down banana, if he hasn't survived. So one Thamus coming out and full weaponry for Vertex. So everyone has utility. Let's just have to see how it plays out.
Yeah, we will. It's just going to wait until the last round of the half. I think Vertex kind of wishing they'd cracked that code a little sooner, but they'll take what they can get. Nade Stack No Banana actually not finding his target for what feels like the first time ever in this game.
Yeah, just for reference, Danny G currently having 386 points of utility damage here, so yeah, he's been very, very lethal with the secondaries, but Ruffleco still have corner Cat 22 here. He's been spotted out, but ADK has been forced on to the aggressive play. Addict, he can't just pinch him in here, so he has to walk away along with his teammate in ASAP. They are able to get out with very minimal damage dealt towards them, so it works out quite well for them. They get the information and they get a picture of what Vertex are trying to do here. They're spread out here quite passively. Not really doing too much at the moment here. They're just looking for the opportunity to play. You would feel like they will probably go for the A side once again, especially with that rotation from Chelios. It would be the ideal play. But Rooster, they have to grow wise to it, surely.
That could have been really bad because ADK did actually hear the jump up into the balcony room, and he turned around for a second, then turned back. So if that push came in, that would have been a round over. But the push is coming into the A side now, and the Molotov goes down to slow them up. They do drop a smoke into it, but they don't have any flashbangs to go through this. They just have to go through dry, and ADK gets 2 kills. Does get taken down. Ruffleco with that kill, and ASAP Chelios taking out the
Absolutely
half.
Brutal crossfire there from ADK, from ASAP and ADK.
Yeah, and that just came out of chance as well. ADK getting the jump up, able to just spot them in time before they can respond. Was able to set up nicely within the few seconds he had, and well, for Rooster, they don't get the pistol and win scenario they probably would have wanted. But they are still in a very dominant position here. they're only 4 away from victory on their opponent's map pick, and then, well, when they jump onto Nuke, you would have to say this game is all but over.
Actually, if anything, I mean, maybe on Nuke, it could actually, the nature of the map could make it so that the DM difference isn't as apparent, and you could out-tactic them, but given what I've seen from Vertex so far, I don't really have faith in that either.
And we're actually going to be going for a very quick break here, so we'll be back in a few moments. Well, the producer sort of jumped us on that break there. We weren't expecting it, but welcome back. Second half just beginning here. As Rooster, they're going to go for the Nana play to kick things off. Addict will be tagged up just a little bit here, and well, he'll get killed first up as well. And this is just looking clean from Rooster. No other way to put it, lads.
I got a little bit concerned when I saw Nedic get shot in the back of the head base teammate, but P250s and Glocks, they rule everything.
They do indeed. They do indeed. Yeah, that's for Restaurant 13 here. Vertex, they will have one gun round at the very least to come back, but I have to ask you lads, is there a chance?
There's always a chance. It's never over till it's over.
There's always a chance. There's always a dream.
Okay, give me a percentage chance then.
2.
Understandable.
I'm not trying to be mean, but from what we have seen so far, Vertex are just sort of rinse and repeats and don't change too much. Danny G getting taken down, that is huge for the start of the round, but it's still not top fragger number Nedix on 24 kills and only 3 deaths. Danny G's only died twice in this entire match. Actually, no, his stats are reset, but Nedic, 3 deaths in how many rounds now? 15 rounds?
16.
16, yeah.
Well, 16 including now.
Yeah, I mean, he has been quite quiet. He was at like 22 or 13, so he has turned it down a bit. But yeah, he has been dominant force so far as ADK will take out XPZ quite easily there. Sight smoked off, so for Vertex this round, all but lost, you would have to say. Inferno B-Side, it's one of the hardest to retake in the game at the moment. So, especially when you only have 3 men alive compared to 5, or 4, sorry, or with rifles and you have deagles.
Addict and Brace, I'm very confused as to what they're doing. Are they trying to save in this round?
Can save the armor.
Yeah, they can save the
Hentai
armor.
just can't hit anything at the moment. He's missed every shot on a player who had their back turned to him. He does get taken down.
God.
And this is not... This is not something I expected. I sort of thought that they might push in and try to go for something, but I understand it with only $450 respectively on Brace and Addict. They kind of need to be able to take the Deagles into the next round.
Yeah, it's not looking particularly good for him here. They are sort of nearing a miracle right now, Vertex, as time ticks before we start the 18th. Rooster are only 2 away from picking up map 1. Vertex's map pick, and well, really putting the knife through him.
I'll have to see if they're all out of miracles.
Believe in miracles!
Oh,
Do you?
why am I casting with you guys?
Hate to see it.
It happened, my dude. I'm here, I'm awake, which is a new thing for me when I'm on stream. Yeah, we just have to enjoy it and enjoy that these Deagles need to hit some heads or Vertex is potentially going home here tonight.
Well, they're not out of it just yet.
There is still another map.
Yeah, one or possibly 2 more maps for him to try and come back
Yeah, only
with.
one more map.
But yeah, they have to go on to Nuke, where, as you've pointed out, Rooster were dominant last time. These 2 teams faced off 16-5, so yeah,
it's not looking good, but there is still that chance and that dream that Vertex can do it. And I'm hoping, I really do. I want to see some beautiful CS from Vertex and something come back, something happen, and something bizarre on Nuke that we weren't expecting. You know, maybe this is they didn't warm up properly before this game, and they're just warming up. You know, at the end of this game, they've come back just a little bit, got a couple of rounds, so maybe they're not in the right groove just yet.
They haven't spotted out XPC here. Just pointing that out. He's able to find one, but you would think ASAP and Medic will be able to get the cleanup. There it is. Matt point over towards Rooster now. Just a quick update for you guys. Chiefs v Ground Zero, the other semi-final being played tonight. 13-6 here on Train for the Chiefs. Although in saying that, that's about to be 7-13. Yep, there it goes. GZ on the CT side now. So they've been training around to the second half, but they are starting to come back. But yes, I do agree with you, you and me. We do want to see a miracle. We do want to see him come back strong and Nuke, but
it's CS, man. You can never expect what's going to happen.
It's so hard.
Especially after this map, you know, you always have the mental game, which is a little bit, you know, underappreciated for a lot of teams. And I feel like I don't know if Vertex has that mental game ability to turn it around and just say, hey, this is a new map, new round, just start again. Whatever happened previously doesn't exist. We're just going.
Yeah. They will actually be able to creep back some space on Banana that they did lose earlier in the round. A little extra intel for them.
Yeah,
I mean, it's there. That's the thing. And they've got to be extremely careful. If Brace keeps going here, he's going to lose his head. And he just keeps going.
There we go. This is not looking good for him here. Trade's coming out. It's actually working out for Vertex as Medic is taken down very low. But here comes ADK. Able to get the kill onto Tensai. ASAP in a bit of a duel here. But they still don't have bomb. ASAP needs to go huge. Finds one. Medic as well finds the kill. Just like that. 1v3. But they're so low. Ruffleco able to find one. Medic so low. Only on 11 HP. ADK though has full health. They have 30 seconds. They can't just rotate around Diggity and get the bomb down safely. It's all up to Ruffleco though. We know what this man can do. Can he do it this time around? Medic has been spotted out though. He just has to rush the plan. He will be able to get it down. Ruffleco in a strong spot, but he can't do much. ADK will get the kill. The SG, just like that. Rooster dominant on Inferno. They take out the first.
Yeah, I mean, just they were out of miracles. It's on back order. Not much they can really do about it.
They're waiting for it to be imported.
Yeah, it's still on the ship.
It's stuck in customs. But
don't remind me of customs.
Unfortunately for Vertex, they weren't able to bring any miracles to take this out here, but they do have another chance on you. It is going to be difficult. It's going to be exciting, and we will see you very soon for the next map. Stay tuned.
Yeah, quick break. We'll be back up to this.
Oh.
From the back roads to back streets, I see you foes trying to trap me.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the DreamHack Oceanic closed qualifiers. Onto map 2 we go here. Rooster v Vertex already starting as well. Onto Nuke. If you didn't see, Rooster sort of muzzled Vertex in our first map of Inferno, and well, last time these two teams faced, Rooster were dominant 16-5, and they're doing that once again here. ASAP getting the opening at frag. I'm joined by you and me and I once again as Attic pops off a nice little twofer there. Brace with the flash as well, and you never know, Vertex, they might have an opportunity to take out the pistol here.
That's what we wanted to see. That's what we're talking about at the end of the last map from Addict. That's the third headshot from him. This is what we wanted to see. We wanted to see some flair. We wanted to see some action from them. And Addict, he's already stepping up. 4 kills from Addict. That was a crisp one. Ruffleco, he's laughing out in the chat right now. And Addict, can he get the 5th kill? Can he get the ace? There it is. 5 headshots, 5 kills. There's the ace. Opening round, number 1. Vertex already on the board. What is happening?
And that is exactly what they needed after last game.
That,
what a way.
that is the morale. that is the morale right there, and they're going to ride that till the end of the game.
That's what we all hope for here, but Vertex, they've actually got a very strong buy out here, all things considered. 3 for Masters and Org even onto... Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong team. The Scout, 2 AKs and 2 Deagles for Rooster here. This is actually a pretty strong second round buy here. There's every possible they can quickly swing it back into their favor. 80k gets the opener in the second to take down Tensai. But this is where Vertex really need to show that they can string in multiple rounds. They were only able to do that once on Inferno, but they want to take out Nuke and bring us into a decider. They have to do it multiple times and at least get it more than 2 on the board.
Have they left the B site open? There's like one player down there, and he's sitting over towards the vents, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
he's over towards the double doors. Raffleco with only an MP9 as well.
Yeah, there's no one directly on B, so this could be bad news for him here.
Ooh, cheeky little shot. Brace just getting missed there, but he will be able to pick up the headshots. Chelios, he does have the scout. He's sitting up behind the red box, and not really an angle for him to play with at the moment. XPC breaking some windows. Looks like he wants to actually flash out somebody to peek, and nothing really happening. Just trying to stall the players. It looks like it will be a B hit, and there's still 3 players up towards A. One's actually headed over towards ramps. Raffleco does get the MP9 first kill. He spotted out 2 more heads, so he's going to flash himself back. Give himself a little bit of room to play with it. Out on the side, Netix gets tagged heavily. Raffleco with the second kill of his own. And 80k Netix, they need to get this plant down. They do have a little bit of time. Netix.
That's it.
They get it, but they still have to contend with these 2 weapons. That's 2 AKs in hands. They have half health. There's still a flashbang in hand for Vertex to peek in. Oh, XPZ. Sorry, to peek in here with. Can they bring it back? Oh, 2 one shot each, and they do it. Rooster. They get both of the kills. That's devastating for Vertex.
Raffleco's got to be mauling right now. He knocked the planter down to 1 HP with like 5 seconds left in the round.
He's gonna watch the VOD and smack his head against his desk.
That's alright. It's just 1 round being traded back. The economy is pretty broken. Just Deagles and a scout on XPZ.
I don't like this play from Vertex. After the last map, I feel like they absolutely should have just saved here and gone for the weaponry. If they make this play here, then I understand. But I'm torn. That's where I'm sitting.
But even if they saved, their economy wouldn't have been that good, all things considered. Like CT said, economy in 2020.
Yeah. True, that's true. But you do still have a little bit more to work with going into the next round.
What is this dude happening in
He gets 1, but he'll be taken out quickly by 80k here. These Heaven players have to do a lot of work. They need to try and find Danny. Will they be able to? No, they can't. 80k comes in from the side. Oh, actually, that was ASAP getting the kill. 80k finally chimes in with 1. That's the A side completely wiped open. Chalice will get the plant. Brace can't do anything down there in Vents. And that should be Rooster taking the lead the first time on Nuke.
Yeah, it will be on side as well.
It's only a 3rd round, so for the first time, it's not a big thing that we're saying. But Brace is going to sit here with the Deagle, hope that he can get something coming out.
Yeah, no, it was just like I was getting.
Yeah, certainly going to extend this as well. The Vertex economy completely in the gutter. Gonna have to eco at least once, probably even twice, unless they really just want to get some weird buy together.
I mean, what can they buy, really, though? The only option they would have is shotties, really. I mean, they can work on Nuke, but you're sort of relying on your opponents to go for an inners play. If they go outers, it's all but over.
And yeah, it doesn't look like any sort of buy coming in for Vertex. Just the full USBs across the board.
Yeah,
I mean, it worked well for Addict.
It did work well for him in round 1, where they didn't have helmets or any real armor to play with. But where I was saying, like, if they saved the armor and the Deagle money here, they could have potentially pulled out like an MP9 or something just sneaky to try and play with. And they are going to just rush out. Addict getting 2 kills with that USP again. Can they pick up a weapon here? They've got a Galil in hand. They've got another gun there.
Danny.
And Danny Kelly is cleaning it up. 3 kills for Denny, and that was close for Vertex, but they just didn't have the health or the positioning. They were still going too hard once they retrieved those weapons.
Hey, what did I tell you though? Addict's USB though.
This man, he knows how to use it.
Yeah, he's definitely strong with it, but they nearly got it as well. I feel like if it was maybe slightly quicker in those rotation in the push, they might be able to do it, although I don't really know how they would be, but yeah. It was a good idea from Vertex. They got at least 2 kills, but they didn't really force Rooster to drop most of their main weapons. They were able to pick up the global just in time for Netic. And well, Rooster, they're still in a strong spot here as Vertex. In a very odd sort of buy, able to get the FAMAS up, but their utility's all but gone already here. 2 flashes, a smoke and a nade, all spread out
Brace.
early. And yeah.
Brace is in a bad spot.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the kill from the bad spot, though. He can't complain about that, but ASAP, he's about to pop off. He can't get Brace, though. He knows he's still there. And Brace, he's sus to pop off here.
Brace with his AUG, he's finally just making it work. Although Nuke is probably one of the maps that is more favored towards it with those really long angles.
Yeah, but you do have ASAP out here. He knows that he's there, and it does get the kill to trade back. Finally taking down Brace, and
I'm under so much pressure.
he's dropped down to 30 health.
I thought it was, going heaven would have been cool.
NEG gets the bomb.
I was like, right as you said, like, is NX
They have pretty much site control. The only player that's close is Addict in the main area there.
Yeah,
They're aware of being so close, though. I think you gotta be aware. Yeah, they are.
XPZ, here he goes. He's unable to get the kill. The bomb will get planted, but ASAP now very low. Addict, he has to come up clutch now. He's able to find one, 10 size ball, able to take down Tanny G's all up to 80k. He gets straight out immediately, though, and Vertex able to clean up on the A site, pick up the round. They go to 2, but Rooster still looking okay for now. Their money,
I'm excited.
definitely in a good spot. Yeah, I'm excited as well.
This is what I was ready for. This is what I wanted, and I feel hypo, and I'm ready. I'm bouncing on my seat. I'm ready for Vertex to just do something magical and beautiful here today.
Yeah, their miracle. It's through customs now.
I believe in miracles. I'm gonna do that again just because I can.
God damn it. Anyways, Rooster with a full buy once again here. Shout out on his AWP. Looks like he's playing over towards Outers, it seems to us on the map here. Danny G just trying to find something through Annex, but will actually be able to do the most Q smoke and make his way down towards Vents. But the question is for Rooster now. They're sort of spread out here. They've got some control, but they don't have any full control to work with here, so do they maybe try just force play out as well? They've made a rotation to possibly try for a ramp play. It looks like Danny G can do some havoc towards control room. So there's a good chance here, but Tensai, he has to pop off here. He's able to find one, but they're going 1 by 1. It somehow works for him though. XPZ gets the trade out. It's a 2 for 1, but Danny G should be able to find Rocket here. Spots him out. Easy execution there. But the rest of his team just held up on the B side now. Chelis is going to plant. Where's he going to plant it though? It's going to be so crucial. Looks like he's just going to plant it standard. And Rooster, they're even the 3v3 plant, but the rest of their opponents, they're making their way towards Secret here. Danny able to find one, he's very low. Can't find a second, but a quick trade out from Chelis there. Brings it into a 2v1. Addict, last player left standing here. He's going to go to Toxic, but ASAP, perfectly positioned for the trade out here. Gets the flash off, spots him out, will spray out the smoke, and Addict, in such a rough spot. He was able to do so much work in the last round. Can he do it again this time? No, he can't. ASAP with the headshot. Rooster picks up their 4th.
Yeah, I mean, it's good effort there from Attic in the end to try and bring back, but that B-site's just so difficult to retake, even numbers, and it wasn't even that.
Unfortunately for them. And I want to actually make one crucial distinction that we haven't pointed out. And last time these two teams played each other on Yuka, it was last month, so not too far in the past. But Rooster actually started on the CT side, and they got a 10-5 half start. So I'm not convinced on Vertex's T side for this map just from that score. So we have to see them step up here and hopefully step up on their T side, make some better plays than the last time these two teams to game together, but Rooster, they're shutting them down here. It is only a pistol round for Vertex, and Addicts, he has his USP. Can he do something with it? We know that he loves to get kills with it.
Yeah, that's tough.
Simple answer, no there, you and me, but the other thing to point out as well is Vertex is a very new roster. They only really formed about a month ago, so that's would have been one of their first opportunities to play together in a competitive setting. So you would think they would have grown on from there, but you're still right nonetheless. If they're playing like this right now on the CT side, their T side, well, it has to improve by at least 20 horse lengths to be any
Yeah.
sort of hope.
I mean, if they've only formed a month ago, I mean, they are looking like a good team. It's just a matter of pulling that synergy together and getting ASAP. That spray, that kill. As I was saying, it's just a matter of getting that time together and that synergy to really bring the team out into its full potential.
Yeah, as I was saying that though, A-Site's been completely overrun by Rooster here. 3v2 retake. We've got just XPC on the hop. He's stuck in heaven. Smoke. Never mind, he's not mollied out. I lied.
Why are you lying to us, man? Like, why you do this? But
Look, I got lied to about the players.
Look, understandable. At the same time, Cheddar sees not being lied to. He gets the kill for the smoke. He knew exactly where he was, so gets a few extra soul points. 6-2 now for Rooster. And yeah, as I've said before, Vertex is a team that are on the up at the moment. They are doing a lot of good things. But the problem right now is Rooster, as I've said before, they're pretty much dry on the wall tier 2 team at the moment. Vertex, they're still on the up. I would probably say they're around tier 3 at the moment, so they've got a long ways to go. So this could just simply be a case of Glass showing that's just simply better than anything their opposition can throw at them.
Alright, but 2 quick kills coming out with the lobby push.
Yeah. No, not bad. But Danny G, though, very sharp.
It's the second time he's done that.
Yeah.
And I want to point out, Chris, I'm going to call you out right now, but you started us calling PZ XPZ, but the X is actually part of Vertex. So it's just PZ.
Oh
I'm
my
going to call
God.
you out. You started that.
How did I think? No comment. I think.
But look, Vertex, they're in a good
How
position
dare you
here.
throw me under the bus?
Vertex is in a good position here, man. They have 2 weapons. They have a little bit of health. And ASAP gets the first kill. It's a low health player. And then do still have 2 rifles in hand. ASAP gets one. He gets the second. No! No!
The problem is, I actually feel like the partial plan right there, the VP plan, is perfect for that situation. Because, remember, they don't have direct sight on the bomb. So they're not really able to scope out what's happening. And especially when ASAP is playing underneath right there, they have to pretty much focus all their attention to try and flush them out. They didn't pay attention, and look what he's able to do. He's able to get the free fire. He's able to flush them completely out, and Rooster, well, they're starting to get a roll on here. They have about 5 on the trot. ADK looking to make that a 6 on the trot as well. So, for Vertex, they need to find a little bit extra here, but they are getting close.
Yeah, he's also noted damage in the process, a little unfortunate. But Rufflecoat's gonna burn in the corner with 3 HP. Not much you could do.
Swung at me in the corner of ADK, who was trapped in one, will eventually be taken down by PZ. And once again, they're going to go for the partial plan here, maybe a little bit more deeper this time around. Cherry also will take down PZ for retribution. And just like that, Rooster have shut out the round. They're going to pick up they're going to pick up the half. And well, their miracle was out for a round, but it's quickly been empowered once again by Custom, so it seems, lads.
And there's the pause coming out as well. I mean, they really need to pick up the CT side on Vertex, because after watching their T side on Inferno, it felt so one-dimensional and disjointed. And then we're going into Nuke, which is so much more of a tactical map. Like, I have very little faith, so to speak. I haven't seen anything that would make me believe that their T side is just mental, you know? But I could be wrong.
You never know.
You do never know, indeed. But what we do know is this is going to be an eco from Vertex. A couple pistols, some light armor.
I wonder if they're going to go for the... I wonder if they're going to go for the ramp rush again. It worked out nicely for him this time, or last time they pulled it off. And well, looks like they are just going to hold ramp at the moment. Tensai, he has been known to pop off a couple of times with the Deagle, able to find 180k, being the victim this time around.
And he lives.
Although, yeah, he lives as well, so he has to play back onto B. He's in a very dangerous spot right now. Can easily just get pushed. There we go, Netic able to get the kill. B side once again secured for Rooster. PC can't do too much. And just like that, that's more than likely to knife in the bag for him.
Yeah, not much you can really do with pistols to retake this site. Nice little kill from Brace, a little damage where you can get it, but that is almost certainly a round to Rooster. Just a matter of seeing what they can find.
Vertex. Oof. Vertex with one dig. That's crisp. Oh, almost with the ult. Almost able to come out and hit that shot. That would have been nutty if he could, but unfortunately for him, Denny G is able to recover that ult for 80k, and now we're down to Rooster. 9 rounds, Vertex 2 rounds, and full weaponry coming out, but they are lacking utility for the side of Vertex.
Either way, 3 kills in the eco, nothing to complain about.
Yeah, it's not bad. Just looking at the stats at the moment here, a pretty nifty headshot rate for Attic at the moment, 70%. So he's definitely getting those crypt shots off, but it's not really working out too much. Obviously, most of those came from this round, but still, he's showing that he's a very sharp gamer and he's doing work. As Netic though, he wasn't as sharp as Attic, or as himself was expecting there. He was taken down by Attic. Rocco being taken down a fair bit here in Retribution as the A play does get sold out a little bit. Rooster quite a bit of a tough spot, but Tensai takes him out in the pelvis, and well, they might be able to pick up a third round here, the CT side.
Maybe, but I mean, they gotta keep it together. Roffelko is really low as well, so could be potentially easy pickings.
That fire is dangerous.
The fire, it looks so pretty, but it's just terrifying to him.
It was extremely dangerous for Roffelko. He's down to 2 health, that Nate. Oh! Chelios! Through the wall, and he gets a second kill on Tensai. No! So
1v2 for Chelios. It's very doable. He's made his way to B-side with the bomb.
He's going to plant a pasture as well. We might be seeing a Chelios special coming out here. We know what this man can do from his multiple clips on FPL and in previous competitive games. Can he do it again? We'll find out shortly. PC, he's going to go for the flash, but Chelios, he's waiting for the play, although they've given up a lot of information there. He knows exactly where they're coming from. In observation, Chelios gets one. He's in a 1v1. Can he do it? Can't get the quick scope. He's just spamming. He's hoping for the kill. Brace holding firm. He gets the spray. He can't kill him just yet. Chelios still alive. He gets the no scope. And Rooster, Chelios with the 4v1 picks it up. 10-2 the score.
Oh my god, what a legend. Chelios, that shot on Roffelko that he hit on A-side, it's just the shot we all go for, like, just for the lulz, to see if there's someone behind there, and it actually hit, and it just started all off. Oh, but we just think, oh, it's very exciting here. Roffelko, he's got an auto shotty. I like to see it.
I like to see it, and they need to make something happen with it, and Brace already getting taken down. Spray through the smoke, nobody's there. If there was, would have been extremely dangerous. Netic getting taken down. That's a kill. And Roffelko with an AK in hand gets his head ripped off by 80k, and Vertex, that was extremely fast, and Vertex, I don't feel like they were really expecting that to happen, so it was just a lot of information and not enough processing power.
I don't think anyone particularly processed that round. You blink and you miss it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I blinked and I didn't even know what happened in that round, so... And I was the one casting the play-by-play.
It do be like that sometimes, not gonna lie, but PC here, he's gone for the Mag 7, so they've decided a semi-auto. Yeah, I mean, at this point, they're sort of needing to do it as Tensai, able to get the headshot there with the scouts, so looking pretty good for Vertex to kick things off, although Netic makes sure that that early advantage gets nipped in the bud quite quickly. They're heading to the B site once again.
Where did the other 3 kills go? I saw one of them.
Yeah, I saw one of them. One of them was the scout kill on with Tensai in outers, but yeah, they've just
that's from the CT side. I mean, I saw the CT kill, and I saw one of the CTs die, and the other two just magically appeared dead. And Rooster have the B side.
One was in ramp. Yeah, actually, I think were both in ramp. No, only one was in ramp. I only spotted one corpse. Doing some investigative journalism here.
Fair enough. What I was saying is or not again to Netic, was he was just spraying through that wall, and Rufflecode lost half of his health. Almost every single round, Netic has sprayed that wall and gotten so much damage done onto the CT side.
Tensai in a 2v1 now. He's able to get the first two. 80k though comes in flying, shuts that round down before Tensai could get a fourth. And Rooster, one last round here on the T side, sorry. And the question is, if they pick up this 13th, they will only be one pistol round away from pretty much wrapping up the game here.
Yeah, basically, Vertex, they need this round. They need to have some kind of buffer or anything. They need some margin for error here. Much like we saw on Inferno.
Ooh. XPZ, oh sorry, PZ, well he's definitely got the X right there, able to get ASAP nicely onto silos. 80k looking for the trade, able to spot out Tensai in time. Very good timing indeed, quickly brings it back into 4v4. Now let's just see how Vertex is setting up here. 2 plays on the A side, 1 in lowers. And where's that third man? He looks like he's over towards outers, so they're a little bit spread out here. B side looking very vulnerable. Danny G, he's caught with his pants down there. Not sure what he was doing outside the smoke, but he wasn't expecting anything. Netic, he's going to go for a close plant. He's actually going to fake it and plant it standard. So this is a pretty decent chance here for Vertex. They've got 2 players already down towards lowers. The question is, can they retake with the 1-man advantage?
Netic put down a molly, but it missed, landed in the smoke. Chalice, gonna get the... Oh, no, he misses the shot.
Crucial.
Unluckily for him, and it's still 4v3. Vertex, Addict's losing a lot of health. Brace, as I say, that gets taken down. Netic gets the second kill. PZ with 2 kills in the AWP. 80k, last player left alive in 1v2, and Ruffleco takes him down. Round number 3 on the board for Vertex, taking the half, for Rooster taking the half, 12-3, and this looks very similar to last map.
Yeah, same
spirited finish at least.
Yeah, spirited finish, same scoreline as we saw. I'm just waiting for our producer to say a 30-second break here, and hopefully he doesn't do it in the freeze time before piss round like last map. But it doesn't look like we're going to a break. Never mind, we're going to a break, so 30-second break here, and we'll be back. Half already underway here. Not a lot of action missed out, so the only thing we've only seen so far is Brace breaking down the door with a nade. So it's been well, it's looking like it's going to be a fast start, but all the teams spread out here. But Tensai decides to jump out. Will at the very least gain some sort of ramp pressure here.
Ooh.
But Chelios, it's a sharp man he is, able to take him down for the first or the second. And just like that, Vertex are going to try for a B player here, but 80k, nearly got the kill, but that second man just enough to see him neutralize. Chelios will get sprayed down by Rufflecode, trade out by ASAP. However, bomb now plant on the B side, 3v3. It's going to be hard for Rooster, but we know how sharp these lads can be, so they definitely have every chance.
Yeah, every chance in it with 3-3, but these T's, they're so entrenched.
They're missing all the shots!
He's being locked out, but he gets a kill anyways! That is chaotic, but it works out for Rooster. You have to feel for Vertex there as they drop their 13. Oh my god.
Yeah, we know the feeling all too well. You hate to see it.
He's out though. He's so lucky to get that kill. He gets locked out by his own teammate. He is pretty much off it up. But Vertex, that player just unable to capitalize on it, and he's somehow able to get the frag.
That's alright, guys. Bomb plant means we have a better buy than the CTs. It's okay.
Yeah, 3 AKs, 2 Deagles. It's actually not a bad buy, but in saying 80k has an auto shotty, we know they're good for at least 1 kill, as we saw in the last half when Brace picked it up. So it should be dangerous, but Chelios, he goes hard again early, able to get the quick headshot onto PZ, and he immediately plays away. So Addict can't get any retribution here. Tensai, I think he's just been spotted out. Well, he's definitely given his position away with the spam. Brace, he's about to get put into a whole heap of hurt, and just like that, The 2 Deagles have gone down. They've got the rifles up though, so still every chance with Vertex.
But a nice trade actually on Outa, but they don't have any smokes to clear the sight line.
Yeah, and they're running out of health as well, so... This round, looking pretty much over here. Netic gets the frag, and Addict, last player left standing. 80k gets the kill with a pistol, not the auto shotty. That is disgraceful if I do say so myself. Rooster on 14. And he's thrown it away, like, honestly.
No, he's
Oh, no,
picking
there it
back
is,
up.
there it is. Okay, I was scared for him. I thought I had to call him out for a minute.
Yeah, I would have wanted to see some skeet shooting off the top of Silo there.
Oh god, that would have been amazing, but... Yeah, Vertex, look at this buy. It's a very shoddy buy. They're only really going to get a... Like a 3/4 buy, you would have to say, in the next if they don't win this, so... This could be curtains for them.
Well, they're just gonna win it, I think.
Yeah, well, you never know. They get the spam out, and I think you and me's back, so,
Oh, what do you mean, am I back? What do you mean, am I back? I've been here the whole time, I've just been chilling.
You were silent for 2 rounds, man.
No, I wasn't. I was silent for 1 round. I've just been vibing, my dude. I've been vibing out here. And Ruffleco, he gets a kill with that Tech 9. He's chilling at the bottom of the fence. He sneaked himself down secret. Yeah, they put a couple of smokes down. Chalice sprayed through the smoke, and maybe it's just miscommunication saying that somebody could be through secret. And 80k sitting here with the XM14 or 1014.
Auto shot.
Chalice, yeah, the auto shotty. I felt like saying the real name, my dude. And Chalice gets a kill.
Hey!
Ruffleco turns around, gets a kill of his own. There is still the Actually, no, the XM got taken down. My bad. Netic's still up here on the A side. Gets a kill, but he only has 4 health. He gets the second kill! And ASAP, he's going to throw a nade up top. Does do a lot of damage with that nade. He has the auto shotty. He's worried about the Molotov. He has only 3 bullets in the clip though. 9 bullets in his Tech 9, so he has to be extremely careful. And drop a Molotov down. As long as the Molotov hits is fine, but the smoke goes down at the exact same time. Gets the bomb down. They're going to flash themselves out. Has to. Oh,
that's it.
Yeah.
Has to lose his life. That's the end of that sentence.
At least with the bomb point, they'll be able to have a better buy than they would have otherwise.
I don't know where the bomb is.
Match point,
boys.
Boys.
No, I think they're searching for weapons. They're searching for weapons. I'm pretty sure.
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, I was pretty sure too, but you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Sometimes you just you know where the bomb is, but your brain just forgets to tell you that it's there. You know.
It's checked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is looking like currency for Vertex. They do get rifles up, they do get AKs, but utility very lacking, and, well, what we all know here, on Nuke, you pretty much need a full utility to have, well, to have the best chance you can have, but, I mean, that's true on all maps, but on Nuke, more so, feels like it's especially needed.
Nade, my dude.
Yeah, the nade and
Chelios
Chelios as well. This is not
the trade back comes
good.
through. It's down to a 2v2, and that's extremely fast.
Bombs in the open though.
But ASAP. ASAP gets the spray. Brace, last man left standing here, but ASAP, he starts it off here, ends it off here. Just like that, Rooster, 2-0 victors over Vertex. Both maps same scoreline as well, 16-3, so it's been dominant from Rooster, as expected.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. Rooster were the favorites coming into this map, but, you know, they put up a good fight. Vertex showed us some rounds, showed us some flashy plays, so we can be glad of that at least. Holders of the only ace in this series.
Yeah, that's a big badge that you can pin on your chest and be proud of. But unfortunately for Vertex, they weren't able to do too much else in the game. They started off extremely strong in this map, and Rooster just made their comeback and didn't let them get anything else. So it was good try from Vertex. You know, I can't say they didn't try and they weren't good. I mean, they did get a lot of kills every round. It's just closing out the rounds that seem to be their biggest problem.
Yeah, that's something they will fix up with time. I mean, all those players have been around the scene a fair few times, so they know what to do, and hopefully with time they will improve. But anyways, that's actually it. That's us done for the night, lads. So, Irie and you and me, thank you very much.
No problem, my dude. My computer only turned off once. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Only once. That's a W you can always
New record?
say. Also, thanks to Mitch behind us pressing the buttons. I've been Chris Yami. Thank you all very much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed our TriCast side, and hopefully we'll be back for more. So, from all of us here at CappingTV, thanks for watching, and have a good night.
Bye-bye.